On arrival in Vienna Wednesday, the oil minister of Oman told reporters that the cartel officials are meeting to make a deal on production cuts.
What we need is a fair price, and 50 is not a fair price.
The prices of oil have taken a nosedive since October after Saudi Arabia raised production to compensate for a drop in Iranian oil exports. The United States imposed sanctions on Iran but also gave a waiver to some buyers of Iranian crude. Saudi Arabia, the de facto OPEC leader, wants to reduce the output to avoid a glut of oil in global markets next year, as does Russia, which is not an OPEC member. Saudi Arabia is under pressure from Trump, who says increasing oil prices would cause turmoil. At a meeting in Abu Dhabi on November 11, oil officials from around the world indicated they are ready for production cuts.
The question is probably more around how much is that cut going to be. The hint back on the 11th was a cut of maybe around half to 1 million barrels per day. Since then, there's been a cut that, or a hint that it needs to be more than that, maybe even up to 1.4 million barrels per day.
At the G20 meeting in Argentina, Russian President Vladimir Putin confirmed there is a consensus on the issue among oil producers.
Yes, we have an agreement to extend our cooperation. There's no final decision on the volume, but we will be doing this together with Saudi Arabia.
U.S. antitrust laws do not allow production cuts for price manipulation due to the country's fragmented oil industry. U.S. oil production has increased in recent years thanks to improved technology and is expected to continue growing in 2019.
We have again much higher U.S. shale production than everybody thought, and we may see further upward revisions going forward. We have currently 2.5 million barrels per day production growth year on year over the last 6 months in the U.S. according to our data.
Russia, Saudi Arabia and the United States have been vying for the position of top crude oil producer in recent years. Zlatica, Hoke, VOA News, Washington.